Hello there, Ed Kang, creator of MDNA. You scored DLF, Dominion, Leadership, and Freedom. We're going to get into that and what all the gift means. But before I do, I'd like to bring up the fact that MDNA is all about your intrinsic motivational spectrum. This is important. This is the reason you get two gifts. It's important for you to look at both gifts so you understand the full picture of what you're all about, what you're designed to do, your purpose, passions, potential, etc. Now, in another video, I'm going to be overviewing how you can be a left brain or right brain DLF. But right now, let's get into what DLF is all about. All right, so I've got my little cheat sheet here. Let's take a look. Dominion, leadership, and freedom. Now, it's important to understand that dominion is different than domination. Now, DLFs can easily get into the domination aspect, but dominion is different because it's all about bringing your leadership so people can have freedom. And we'll talk about that a little more. But let's get into your purpose. Your purpose is all about an institutional approach. You have no problems with institutions like big companies, organizations, associations, etc. Even your family to you could be treated as an institution. You seek and thrive under pressure. You're meant to take on that pressure. In fact, DLFs, if they're not under pressure, they typically go out and try and find pressure. That's just what we've observed. You're an empire builder. This doesn't mean it's like a Napoleonic empire. It's not like an empire in Game of Thrones. It could just mean something that's big and has that institutional power. And so building an empire is not necessarily a bad thing. Or it could mean like an actual empire. How can this be bigger and better is the question that you're always asking. It doesn't mean something has to be bigger and better, but you're asking that question. You're intrinsically motivated by that question. You're a strong administrator. DLFs are typically very organized. And loyalty, even above competence, is extremely important. This is something about the DLF. Loyalty is very important, even more than competence. So if you had to pick between two people and one was more loyal than competent and the other one was competent but you knew wouldn't be loyal, you would take the loyalty because you have this ability to draw competence out of people through your leadership. It's a really great quality. You have the ability to righteously administer consequences. This is what I mean. DLFs understand that when you make a mistake, it's sort of you made your bed, now we get to sleep in it, or that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So consequences for you are not bad things. They're just ways to grow up. And so for you, administering those consequences is not an issue. You have no problems with the discipline involved, etc., so that people can grow through consequences. And that may not make you the most popular person, but it is extremely important, especially when growing in maturity. Now, when it comes to your passions, it's important for you to see other people under pressure. You're passionate about that because you thrive under that pressure too, and you believe that's going to draw the best out of people. You're the last to cast blame. It's not about blame for you. It's about, okay, let's not blame each other here. Let's just go on and fix it. You're motivated to see others grow and mature. You're a gift that matures other gifts. We talked about that and all the consequences. You disdain being micromanaged. For you, your leadership, you need autonomy in that. So being micromanaged is just not cool. And you typically will not micromanage other people unless you feel they really need micromanagement. You're also as busy as you want to be. A lot of people think DLFs are too busy. We've just learned that DLFs are as busy as they want to be. They can ratchet it up or tone it down at will. It's pretty amazing how they do it. And you're undeterred by strong resistance and criticism. To build that empire and to righteously administer consequences, you have to be able to handle resistance and criticism. Thick skin. Now, when it comes to your potential, like we talked about, you can draw productivity and competence from underperformers. You just have this ability to get the best performance out of people. You provide resources, agendas, and clout to achieve social growth and personal freedom. So you have no problems in building an umbrella or a banner so that other people can experience freedom and go do what they want to do. This is the reason I know a lot of DLFs love giving people jobs or creating companies that provide lots of jobs, because it gives them freedom, financial freedom, all sorts of freedom to go and pursue their lives and to grow. You're effective with institutional authority as a leader. So no problems being the CEO or the president or anything like that. In fact, you prefer to have clear titles or at least an organizational structure that's super clear on responsibilities. Now that's the synchronized DLF. When you're desynchronized, here's some of the things that you have to watch out for. Because of your strong task orientation, you can often lack a nurturing sensitivity. So if other people can't perform as good as you can, well, maybe you might lack some sensitivity with that. You're susceptible to betrayal from within close social circles. This is a byproduct of you really being driven and you being the leader. A lot of times people can betray you from within. And if you're a DLF, I think you can understand what that might look like. Sometimes a DLF will go in a high debt structure due to vision outpacing current resources. We've seen DLFs really mortgage themselves from a business perspective, financially speaking, because of the vision. The end can justify the means, leading to becoming exploitive and domineering. So for you, it's all about the result. Therefore, you can become domineering in that way. So remember, like we said, domination is different than dominion. Now, if you start an organization as a DLF or a group or a project, you typically imprint the brand culture scalable systems. Remember, bigger is better. So you know how to scale something and you want to take an organized, systematic approach to it. And that's what the brand culture scalable systems. Organizations like this, with your intrinsic motivation imprinting the social DNA of scalable systems, tend to grow really big. So hopefully this has helped you understand what DLF is all about. And if this can help you grow, get bigger and better, all right.